just going to point this out quickly. Take Eat Easy, horrible. Taste of Hong Kong pizza. Because what says Hong Kong, or the world's culinary destinations more than a nice slice of pizza? Okay, I'm not joking when I say this is attempt number 6 at doing this video. And I must look absolutely crazed to a lot of the staff, but every time I get stuck in, one of the boarding gate calls goes off. It's driving me nuts, but that's my fault. And looking a bit creepy, I'm hanging out in the children's area because it's the least crowded bit for now. But yeah, just on the way to Manila, a bit self-conscious about this video because I watch a lot of like entrepreneurs and day in the life sort of, you know, what are they up to videos. And I'm always impressed the way they sort of glamorize that air travel bit. And, you know, it's always like an overhead shot of them in like business class, like tapping away on the laptop. And, you know, I'm usually online on long haul flights, but that's more due to crippling anxiety about being offline than it is like my want to be productive. But I like these short flights because there's no Wi-Fi and you can actually just sort of like, I've been a bit of a slave to my notifications today, so I'm quite conscious of that. And yeah, also just like, you know, sort of, I love travel, so good. And I think like one of the best life hacks I can recommend to anyone is live in a place where you can get to an airport in like 20-30 minutes. Like, I mean, London was great, right? You got Heathrow, Gatwick, you can fly anywhere. But a lot of people don't have that privilege. And when I was in Dubai, it was like, you know, fantastic. Emirates served it, absolutely amazing. Got to go like, you know, all over Europe, all over Asia. So it was like a real springboard for me when I lived there. And Hong Kong, like both Hong Kong and Dubai airports, you can get there in 20 minutes from the centre. It's pretty crazy. Hong Kong's airport, I'll show you actually. Like, absolutely huge. It's just one, like, there's no like terminal 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just like one massive terminal. So yeah, and Cathay, like, obviously fly in most places. You can fly from here to like Asia, Europe, America, so pretty good. But I was just sitting here and actually I just walked past the Emirates flight going back to Dubai, and actually when I was speaking to someone earlier and they asked me, why did you leave Dubai? And it's a question you get all the time because it's not frustrating. I think it's just the way the world is. Everyone wants to go to Dubai at the moment. So often whenever I approach a candidate about a new role, they say, oh, well, do you have any jobs in Dubai? And I'm always a bit like, why? But I realise that's because I've had the privilege to live there for 3.5 years to sort of get it out of my system a little bit. And it's hard to talk about it without, you know, I'm super grateful to the place. It was absolutely phenomenal to me. I moved there because I was, you know, off the back of COVID, a bit frustrated with, you know, being locked up for 2 years. And it was like absolutely amazing for me when I moved out there. It sort of opened my horizon up to the whole of the world. I think a mistake a lot of people make when they go there is using it as just a pad between there and wherever they're from in the UK. But actually the trick is to take advantage of it and use it to go to, I mean, it's 6 hours to Thailand from Dubai. It's quicker to go there than it is back to London. So it's a shame not to use it as like a bit of a hotbed. And like India's 3 hours away, right? Like that's worth ticking off while you're there. So many fantastic places. But my sort of not bone to pick, but reason I sort of like looked to get out towards the end was a couple of reasons. And I think the problem that a lot of people don't or you have to have lived there to sort of experience it is Dubai has the best PR on the planet. Like it is objectively a great city, but it's an acquired taste as well, like in terms of how you live. And the reason I actually loved Hong Kong so much when I came out here and sort of fell in love with it and when the opportunity came up was it's a real city. It's like a metropolis, right? It's like a New York or a London where you can go out after work and it's just like, oh, should we find somewhere? And you just walk down an alleyway, you can find a bar, you can find a restaurant. Dubai, you can't really do that. Like your life, it's very, you have to drive. I had to learn to drive out there, otherwise you're reliant on taxis. And people forget as well, it like shuts down for 3 months over the summer when it's like 50 degrees outside. And like you got to sort of plan everywhere you go in Dubai. So if you want to go out for dinner, like you book dinner, you go there, you take a taxi there, and then if you want to go for drinks somewhere else after, because all like the licensed places where you can drink are in hotels, to get to another hotel it might be like a 15-20 minute cab, but then you've got to order a cab, sit in the traffic, go there. It's not very like fluent as a city. Like it's got all these amazing places one off, but like there's not much spontaneity to your life when you were living there. And that's what I miss sort of growing up in London and working in London. Like that's always available, right? You can hop on the tube and like 5 stops away you're in somewhere completely different. Like, you know, you can go from Bank to like Soho or wherever. So I just found that a bit grating after like 3.5 years of like, once you've like got the pool days and brunches out your systems, like they're great as one-offs, but I don't know, it's like my apartment had a huge swimming pool and a big balcony, and when I moved into it I was like, every weekend I'll be by the pool, and every day like, I'll have breakfast on the balcony. I didn't use it once. So I actually, I think the best sort of summary of Dubai I heard was actually from a client, and she said that Dubai is like an airport waiting lounge. Ironic given where I am, but everyone goes there, everyone sort of passes through. Some people are there for longer than others, but at the end of the day everyone's leaving. And it's true, because I think it's a bit of a moment in time, right? Like, I'm sure, I think you ask people like 20 years ago or 15 years ago, Shanghai was the Dubai of its day, and there's other places like, I think like New York and London, I think it's cyclical. They'll come back up and come back round as being hubs. But if I look at the people I started with, there was like 7 or 8 of us in that first year, and it's like one's left now. He's at a different company, but the rest are back in the UK. And I think when people move out there, I know so many people that have moved out there, huge announcements, like the classic Instagram pictures by the pool, whatever, and then like 3 months later they're back in the UK sort of silently, because your whole existence there is tied to work. So if you're not doing well, and a company's paying a lot of money for your visa, for your medical, they paid for you to go out, paying a salary, and it's so competitive, like they'll replace you in a heartbeat. It's a super ruthless place. So it's great, like it set me up fantastically. It sort of opened my eyes up to the rest of the world. But I just, like, if you had a family, if you had kids, like 100% go there, even though it's super expensive now and schooling's like through the roof. But I just felt like if I was to stay there, I would stay there forever, and I wasn't quite ready for that. And then having seen Hong Kong, Singapore, I just like so much more of the world to see and experience. And like the UAE, does it have its own like it's an amalgamation of different cultures, because it's like 92% expat or something stupid, like, whereas Hong Kong's like very like uniquely Hong Kong. Even Riyadh, actually, like, give it credit, it's like uniquely Saudi, whereas Dubai is sort of like an amalgamation of a lot of different things. And I don't know, I just missed having a city that was more like a London. And when I came to Hong Kong, it still had that. I mean, it's such a unique place here, so it's so crazy, like East meets West. I was going to take a video of it, but I was out for breakfast. It was like a popular brunch Australian spot, and then next to it was like a 60-year-old junk shop with just a topless Chinese man out front. So you just don't get that craziness in Dubai, because it's very preordained. Like, you're never gonna go to some areas, you're always, I don't know, I'm rambling here, but fantastic place, give it a go. But I don't think it's the only city in the world. And actually, one thing that frustrates me, and I will say it, is if I was to ever go back, for whatever reason, I'd look at Abu Dhabi. Absolutely loved it. It's like, probably what Dubai was a long time ago. Lots of money, but like a lot calmer, it's a lot quieter. It's a bit like Singapore in the desert, like, and there's a real shift there. And it used to frustrate the life out of me whenever you get a roll on in Abu Dhabi and you say to someone, would you look at that? Like, someone is desperate to move to the Middle East, and they say, no, I only want to buy. They're like 30 minutes away, or like 40 minutes away by car, sorry. So, the Middle East, firstly, is more than Dubai. I think the rest of the world has more to offer than just Dubai. And I think you only hear the success stories, and you only see the great Instagram stories. You never see the realities of the sort of like apartments and offices you're likely to sort of work in your first year or whatever, or the the jobs you're going to have to go through, and how competitive and cutthroat it is, because everyone wants to be there and everyone wants a visa. So lots to bear in mind, and I'm not saying don't go, and I hope Dubai don't see this and cancel my tourist visa next time I go, because I loved it there. It was fantastic to me, but just felt it run its course, and I have absolutely no regrets about being out here in Asia. Love it, and I hope everyone at the gate next to me took something from that, and I hope you did as well. So anyway, off to Manila. I'll try and get you a couple of vids there. I'll try and show you what's going on, what it looks like, some of what we're up to. And yeah, I've still got an hour or so for my flight, so I will continue to kill time. Maybe I'll watch the Chinese cartoon. I'll leave you with that.